Hi YouTube, I want to talk about the new California state law that was passed today or yesterday, really recently, on banning conversion therapy and reparative therapy for children. And kind of the reaction that this has sort of sparked from the therapists community, professional community, and so on. It's sort of been known, I guess, I don't know if you know this, but I am a counseling student finishing my master's last year, finally, and as well as I'm a gay man. And so I've done quite a bit of reading into reparative therapy and conversion therapy and what it all means and kind of what their basis is, and in gay counseling gays and lesbians is sort of my area anyhow. So what the reaction to this is, particularly from NARTH, or the National Association for Research on Therapy of Homosexuals, I think is what it is, or it's close to that. Anyways, basically saying that that this is an infringement of their professional rights, and taking on all of this, and actually has filed a lawsuit against, I imagine, the state of California for passing this law. And basically the law says that no therapist can use conversion or reparative therapy on children. And it basically says, in so many ways, that this is damaging, and that this is sort of against what we're trying to accomplish as therapists. And I agree with it. I think it's absolutely. Furthermore, I think it's dangerous for anybody to be involved with it. Furthermore, I think it's dangerous for children when they don't necessarily have the option to say, "No, Dad or Mom, I don't want this." So yay California. That's awesome. That's awesome. I think that they're on the right track. And as a therapist, I don't necessarily like for my my profession to be sort of regulated by the federal government, or the state government, I guess, in this case. But no, I think it should be. Particularly when study after study after study has shown that conversion reparative therapy is damaging, sort of can aggravate or inflate the depression and anxiety, and all the sorts of things that dealing with same-sex attraction can cause anyhow. And so I mean, the American Counseling Association, the American Psychological Association, the American Psychiatric Association, the National Association for Social Workers, pretty much in the United States at least, every therapeutic organization, a professional organization, has said that this is not, there's no science to back it up, and the actual science that they have actually proves that it does more damage than good. So, quite frankly, it is... if you practice this, you're practicing something that's not legal in California anymore, at least, and quite frankly, doesn't do anything but aggravate or inflate the problem. So, and I have to talk about my reaction to the NARTH sort of their lawsuit, in saying that this is infringing on their rights and all of this things, and saying that, well, there's no research to prove that being homosexual does have biological components, or has biological sort of deterministic qualities in any way. And that's true. It's really true. They've been mapping the genes and done a lot of research, and there's some theories, but that's all we're at right now. We don't really know what causes homosexuality. And I don't even like that word, same-sex attraction. And, it's kind of agreed, at least now, that there's some biological factors, there's some environmental factors, nature and nurture, and just a multitude of different sort of complex amalgamations. To put it, quite frankly, it's just different things. So, my reaction to the therapists who practice reorientation therapy, conversion therapy, re-education therapy, is bad. I don't like that. I absolutely don't like it. First of all, it makes me uncomfortable as a gay man, and then secondly, it makes me uncomfortable as a therapist. I mean, uh, this we are sort of living in a time where evidence-based treatments and treatments that are supported by research are really pushed on us as practitioners. So it's important that we look at the research, and the research shows that, I mean, that this hurts people. I mean, quite frankly, and sure, there's anecdotal evidence about ex-gay folks, and I don't know really if they aren't gay anymore or whatever. I'm not them, and I don't have their experiences, but I can say, as from my perspective, I think that it is all quackery, and I don't mean to insult another professional, but I think the sheer fact that these people are licensed, some of them are licensed practitioners, some of them are respected in their own field, and have put their energies into something that not only denigrates people, denigrates the profession, and makes many of us look bad, and there's sort of an embarrassment to us, sort of the therapy profession, be it counselors or licensed marriage and family therapists or whatever. So I think I have to put my reaction out there and say I'm glad that California did this, and I hope that this is sort of the start of a movement in the United States to sort of regulate these practices. And I do hope that I'm glad that these organizations such as NARTH, who try to back up these claims of pseudoscience, are on the fringe of the professional realms, and that and quite frankly, I'm saddened that there are people who still go to these and fund these and pay for this therapy, um, and I think it's sad that they even have to believe the things that they believe to go get the therapy, and it's really it's just sad on that end. But on the other side, them passing this law is very exciting, and I certainly will be keeping more abreast of what's going on in terms of in this, because I think this is going to start setting a precedent. I think this is going to start setting some things up for us as therapists and as clinicians, and going to say, okay, this is where we're at with this, and it's going to be backed up. I mean, because the professional organizations have been saying this for years, that it's, like I already said, but now the law is going to protect. I think it's going to protect children, and I hope that eventually we can even extend it to adults. I certainly don't like the fact that free agency is taken out of this. I don't like that at all. But I mean, I think that this sort of practices are on par with abuse and terrorizing individuals. So yeah, I think that, I don't know. I don't think that it's good, and I'm hoping that this sort of starts a precedent. And it'll be interesting to see how NARTH's lawsuit goes through, and I hope that this video is 9 minutes long, so sorry. Anyway, I hope that we something good comes out of all of this. All right. Thanks for watching, and this is definitely not under a minute, but it's important, and it's something I need to kind of put out to YouTube, put out to the internet, and so if you have any responses, leave them in the comments. I happily reply, and we'll see where this goes. Thanks for listening. Bye.